welcome to the Gin Club. This is episode 4, I think. Probably.
Yeah, that's right, 4.
Done well. You lose track, don't you, when you've done fucking hundreds of them?
Yeah, yeah.
Episode 4. How you doing?
I'm alright, how are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm not too bad this week. We've had no swelling of the face, so...
Congrats.
Yep, it's been a week without an injury, so we're all good.
Don't speak too soon.
No. Cool, so obviously the name of the podcast is the Gin Club Podcast, so what drink you drinking?
So tonight's gin is called Edgerton Blue Spice Gin.
Ooh, spicy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I hope it's not like Vindaloo spice, you know what I mean? Like it's got chilies in it.
Oh, well, I've had a little taste. It's alright. There is a bit of a burn as it goes down, almost like a ginger beer sort of burn. But it's alright. I'm drinking that with the finest lemonade.
Oh, yeah. Is it, by the finest, what's the finest going to be? Schweppes?
No, it's definitely not the finest.
The finest lemonade. I don't know, I feel like cloudy lemonade is probably the finest.
I always think with lemonade, though, the cheaper the better. But I know that you don't truly believe in that, though, when it comes to lemonade. So
have you got roller lemonade?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, brilliant.
Barely tastes like lemonade.
Decent.
It's as close to soda water as lemonade can get.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
So mine's like the opposite of yours, I think.
Go on.
So mine is the Infusionist small batch, which I assume is that they've only made a few of them. Not really a connoisseur. Raspberry, vanilla and coconut gin.
Oh, you finessed us there, haven't you?
That's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I ain't tried it yet, but...
have a little taste then, tell us how it goes.
Might have a little sip now. I know we've thoroughly reviewed gins on this podcast, but we'll have a little go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, that.
What have you got? What's your mixer?
It is Vive Indian tonic water. I ain't gone slimline this week.
Yeah, you've had hard week. You don't need to look after that figure this week.
Yeah, I've skipped a few meals and that, so thought why not.
Yeah, cool.
Although I don't know what the difference is between Indian tonic water and normal.
I don't know. Maybe that's something one of our listeners could inform us about.
Yeah.
Get at us.
I'll get on board on that. Get a comment down into YouTube. Tell me what it is.
Love that.
Anything happened to you this week?
Not really, but I went to the pub, the local at the end of the road. It's been refurbed. It's pretty nice now. It used to be a bit of a dive. It used to be one of those old school boozers, you know, where the benches going round sides and there's like cigarette burns in it and stuff like that. Do you know the one?
No clear cut for the darts.
Yeah,
you're just hoping you don't hit someone.
Yeah, that's what it used to be like, but it's been refurbed and now it's like a nice little, you know, bar. More than a pub, it's a bar. Do you know what I mean?
I think my favourite pubs are the ones that don't have anything in.
What?
Do you know, like the proper old man pubs?
Oh yeah. And there's like
Sam Smith's ones.
And there's always a fire burning. Could be 30 degrees outside, but there's a log fire on go.
Got to have the fire burning. It's entertainment. There were a pub near me, where I grew up, and every summer they used to have something called maggot racing.
Maggot racing?
Yeah, so they had like a big, like, weird, I don't know, almost like a cabinet, I guess.
Yeah.
And they'd paint the maggots and then put them on the wall.
Racing stripes, like I was going to do to Spider on last podcast.
Yeah. And you put bets on the number. So you'd be like, oh, give me £2 on number 1. And the odds were just like, so you just double your money if you won, basically.
Yeah.
It was good fun. You'd be cheering on your maggot.
That's what
one would fall off and people would storm out.
What a load of shit.
Yeah. Well.
So anyway, at the pub with our Andrew. And there's no music on it, pub. No music. Right? But they've got a jukebox. That's why there's no music on it, pub. So they're getting you to pay for music, which is tight, really, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he didn't have any change, so I had to give him a quid. To go up in a jukebox, you get 4 songs or something for a quid, which is tight in itself. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
25p a play is rough in it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure iTunes it's 19 pence to download them.
yeah,
Do
probably.
it forever.
So anyway, I gave this pal the thing. I'll put some music on then, and he comes back with a little wry smile on his face, and I'm thinking, what is this knobhead put on the jukebox? So it starts off with like some Oasis, something like that, like a normal song. That next song, it drops into this weird tone. I'm like, what's this? And he went, right, I'm off for a cig now. Right, so he walked out, and God Save the Queen started playing at pub.
Oh,
He
Jesus.
put the national anthem on.
Jesus Christ.
And there were only about 20 people at pub, but I was like, right, well, I'm going to go for a shit then, because I'm not sitting listening to national anthem and everyone looking at me like it's me that's put it on.
Everyone stood up and with hand on heart,
Singing.
absolutely loving it.
Yeah, that's about it. That's my tale.
Brilliant.
That's the funniest thing that's happened to me in 2 weeks.
Brilliant. When I went to the pub near, I went to the pub near Kirkstall. I forgot what it's called. It's irrelevant. I don't even know why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
But I went there and I went with a friend and a female friend.
Oh, yeah.
I was a turbo virgin at the time, actually.
Good lad.
But she with a boyfriend, so not good lad. So we went and we were playing pool. And anyway, she knew we were a turbo virgin. She was a bit of a loser. So she invited someone to come, and try and set us up.
Yeah.
But because I was extremely awkward, I've never been in that position before where someone set me up.
Yeah, I can imagine that's just quite awkward anyway.
Yeah, even if I know someone, it's pretty awkward. So I was like, oh, Jesus, what can I do? So I started talking to her and trying to get to know her, and it was just awful. I just ruined it from the start, being awkward, asking her weird questions. So I thought the only way that I can get rid of her is if I put Slayer, Rain in Blood on the jukebox 8 times.
8 times?
Yeah, just had it on repeat 8 times. Cost me £4 to get rid of her. She was like, did you put this on? I went, yeah, I love this song.
Put it on 8 times?
8 times. The dirtiest, heaviest metal. Yeah.
How many repeats into it did she leave?
I think there were only about 5. And the best thing is I stayed and listened to the last 3. I was actually enjoying it by the end. I was thinking, yeah, go on. Could sit here all night doing this. Brilliant. Yeah, so jukeboxes are always controlled out there as well. There's always some sort of weird guy lingering around. And you're like, when's my song coming on? That's how they get you, because they go, oh, put £1 in, wait 3 hours for your song to come on, just one song.
Just go to an empty pub, mate. You'll guarantee to get fucking national anthem straight away.
Maybe that's what I'm always waiting for.
So has anything happened to you then? Anything good?
Yeah, I've had an exciting week actually.
Go on.
It's been filled with some awkward things. So I'll go with the least one. So I got in bath over there, got out, I put the towel on. Spider fell out, landed on my foot, crawled away. Spider wrapped in my towel. That's dirty, that, isn't it?
That's awful.
I felt like I had to run another bath.
Yeah, I bet.
It ruined my entire day. So that happened. And that were on my first day of my week off. So
set the tone.
So that started. Yeah, so then I was meant to be going camping as well at some point last week. But it got rained off, so we didn't bother. So I went to buy a sleeping bag. So I went into the store, trespass store, with my mask on and all that sort of stuff. And I just got up to sleeping bag, and it's really confusing because it's like duvets. It's like, what tog?
Yeah.
What do you need? I have no idea. Basically, I just want to sleep in it. And if I'm too cold, I just put clothes on.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this tog, and I'm looking at this degree rating. Proper confused. Anyway, I see one. I'm like, this one's 18 degrees to 28 degrees. So I can get this. This seems all right.
Bang on.
The only problem is, it's pink with purple triangles on it. Sort of like Rugrats sort of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like old school, like Saved by the Bell pattern. I thought, well, my brother's going to kill me if I turn up in this because he's going to absolutely rinse me. So I went to the woman and I went, look, I'm not being funny or all, but you've only got this colour out. I like this sleeping bag. I'm going camping with my brother, but he'll rip me if I buy this one. She goes, yeah, no worries. I'll get it in a difficult. What colour do you want? Well, just like normal colours, like blue or green or something like that. So I think we've got blue with orange circles. I'm like, yeah, that'll do. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm thinking, this is weird. They've all got weird patterns on.
Yeah.
Can't they just have them plain? So she brings it out, and she goes, "Oh, how old is your brother? You taking him camping? Is it his first time?" And I went, "What do you mean?" And she went, "Oh, well, you're just buying him a sleeping bag." I'm like, "No, that's for me." She went, "Oh, this is a kid's sleeping bag." So I got all the way to the counter, about to pay. Imagine if it had turned up in a kid's sleeping bag. She's like, it wouldn't even get past your knees. Guy behind counter were laughing at me. I'm like, I'm never shopping here again. That's it, done.
There's a lot of shops you can't go in.
Yeah, and she even went, she'll be laughing about that all day. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep it off. So that happened. So then I went to Durham for a week out.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice place, to be fair. Would recommend it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I really needed a wee.
Hang on.
Go on.
Is this us complimenting a place?
I'll compliment Durham.
Go for
It's squashed in between two shitholes, though.
Yeah. Rose between two thorns.
It's in between Sunderland and Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? So it's
There we go.
Yeah, we'll get them in.
Yeah.
But fair play to Newcastle, it's better than Sunderland. I'll put that one out there. Anyway, we pulled up in the car, and I really needed a wee, and we're in a car park. So usually I'd just open the door, wee on top floor, and be alright. But Jess had parked right next to the camera. So I can't open the door and just wee on top floor into this multi-story. So I was looking around at the car, I was like, there's no like bottle for me to wee in or anything.
Yeah.
So I looked outside the car and there's a bottle on the floor, and I was like, that's really handy.
Ooh.
So I picked it up, got in the car, sat down, started weeing into bottle, and I'm just covered. It were a bong. Someone had made a bong out of the bottle.
So there were holes in the bottom.
So there were a hole in the bottom where they burnt through it. So I'd covered myself in my own piss and dirty bong water in the middle of a pandemic.
In the middle of a car park.
In the middle of a car park in a place that I don't know.
In the car.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
So I had to go and have dinner, and all I could smell were dirty ashtrays and piss.
What did Jess
Kind of like your local, actually. Jess said, why would you do that? Why would you do that in the middle of a pandemic? And I went, I needed a wee. Would you rather me piss myself, or... She weren't impressed.
You got caught short. So, this week's topic, as suggested by one of our lovely viewers, is conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk us through what conspiracy theory you have chosen?
So I'm going to be honest, I struggled because there is a lot of conspiracy theories out there.
Yeah, it's like a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah, and the thing is about conspiracy theories, if you end up saying that the conspiracy theory is wrong, and then in 10 years' time, it's right.
You're like a dickhead.
You're like an idiot. Podcast ruined.
Ruined.
Do you know what I mean? They go, look at him, he said that they weren't selling children in wardrobes, stuff like that. And do you know what I mean? It's just not... You just don't want to be that person. So my conspiracy theory is a very easy one.
Go on then.
It's like the low-hanging fruit. It's the flat earthers.
It's a good one, though, isn't it?
They're absolutely mental.
Fucking lunatics.
But I tell you what, they're nicer than most conspiracy theories.
I think they're assholes.
Because, no, I watched a documentary on them on Netflix. So if you go on Netflix...
On the conspiracy or on the people?
No, it's a documentary about the conspiracy and the people behind it and what they believe and stuff, so it like investigates it.
Flat Earth Society and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's called Behind the Curve, I think.
Fuck off.
But this is why I like them. Because on this, they portray themselves really nice and scientific and stuff, and they say, yep, the Earth is flat, like, we know because we can do this test and stuff, and they'd set up, the entire episode, they'd set up this test so that they could basically prove that the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
And it was something to do with like shooting something through two magnetic towers or something. And basically, if the Earth is curved, then it wouldn't go through both towers. It'd literally just go straight on, right?
Right.
So they set it up, and they do it, and they say, oh, actually, this kind of don't prove flat Earth, so we've done something wrong, so we'll come back in a week. So they did it again in a week, fight it through, and they basically disproved their own theory. So the entire episode they're going, yeah, it's right. And you should have just seen the look on the face, just looked at each other like...
Where it is.
We've done bad here. But I think it's more of a community for them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I get that.
there was a flat earther who said, the Earth is flat, and I'll prove it by making my own rocket ship.
Brilliant.
To go up, and I'll tell you that it's flat. He fired himself up and blew up. I can't remember his name. I remember reading about it a couple of years ago, and he's like a hero to the Flat Earth Society, like an actual hero.
Brilliant. Right, so my conspiracy theory of choice is the Paul McCartney is dead conspiracy.
Oh yeah, I read up on that as well.
Yeah. So the conspiracy is that Paul McCartney secretly died in 1966, and that was pretty much at the peak of the band's fame. And the other three Beatles covered it up by hiring someone who looked and sang like him. There you are. What a strange one. Apparently, there were a lot of clues in the band's later albums to prove that Paul was dead, which I've also read up that they called him Fake Paul, also known as Fall McCartney.
Fall McCartney.
Creative, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a deep conspiracy, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of imagery and stuff.
Apparently, there was a recorded phrase in A Day in the Life which says, "Paul is dead, miss him, miss him."
Yeah.
Which becomes evident only when the song is played backwards.
Always played backwards, innit? See, in school we used to always say there was some... What album were it? It's by some like weird metal band.
Yeah.
And they used to say, if you played it backwards, you could hear the devil speaking or something. And it were always Eminem's albums as well. Play Eminem's album back and he's telling you to kill your own mum or something.
Yeah, loads of that shit. But there's also some things that changed, which this is what the theorists have. So overnight, he was a right-handed guitar player, and overnight he became a left-handed guitar player. Another thing is that he was either the shortest or the second shortest band member, but overnight became the tallest band member.
Put some shoes on.
Yeah, but come on.
Just wore no shoes. And obviously, oh, Jesus, got Yeezys on.
Yeah.
He was about 7 foot tall.
And apparently, which album was it where they all had like mustaches and beards and shit like that? They went for
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Island, it's called.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
That's it. I'm going to get slated for getting that one.
Yeah. So, apparently they all grew facial hair to cover the scars from the plastic surgery that Paul McCartney had. What else?
Wait, I suppose if it was like, who's the useless one in the Beatles? The one no one likes. Is it Ringo?
Yeah, Ringo Starr.
I suppose if he were Ringo, they just wouldn't have bothered. They just kept us a free.
Yeah. They'd have done like a tribute album to him, a song, tribute song.
Yeah, just a song. Yeah, it's like when you lose the bass guitar, you just keep the band going. Like the bass guitarist dies, just get another one.
Get another bass in.
As long as he can move his head side to side, you know that weird wobble they do when they're playing.
Yeah.
As long as he can do that, like the bobblehead motion while they're playing bass. Then.
So apparently as well, there's more to the theory. So, for example, on the Abbey Road album cover, John Lennon is dressed in white and he leads a funeral procession across the street.
That's the famous one, the famous picture.
Yeah, Ringo follows in black as a mourner, with George in jeans representing a gravedigger. So obviously he's wearing jeans to represent that he is a gravedigger. So anyone that wears jeans...
absolute load of tripe.
You are a gravedigger.
That's an absolute load of tripe. It's three men in completely different outfits.
Yeah, and apparently Paul McCartney is walking out of step with the rest of the band and is barefoot. Some had it...
They are. He's barefoot. There you go.
Some had it he would have no need for shoes in the afterlife.
Or when he put his shoes on, he became 4 foot taller. Or 4 inches taller.
Yeah, right.
Crack to the conspiracy theory. Your conspiracy theory is wrong. He
Also,
wore no shoes all the time. He put some on. You said he was taller. Get over it.
Also, at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever, Lennon apparently mumbled, "I buried Paul" at the end. However, later he denied that there was a hidden meaning in the lyric. And he
He
denied
just said it for banter.
and that he was actually saying cranberry sauce.
I don't know what's more weird. Just whispering cranberry sauce. Maybe that's what I was missing when I was younger to women. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just walking up and whispering there, cranberry sauce. Irrelevant news time.
Yes. I really enjoyed this in the last podcast, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So my first one, I'm gonna go with the general theme of what I pretty much always talk about. And to be fair, I haven't talked about it this time
Go on.
so far. So the headline is: China restaurant apologises for weighing for customers.
For what?
For weighing in customers.
So they weighed them?
Yeah, so it was a Chinese buffet place, and they said they could only have a certain amount of plates based on how fat they were, and it's an attempt to reduce food waste. So if you were fatter or heavier, you basically were only allowed less plates. So you were allowed 4 plates. But my thinking behind this is, if you're a fat person, you're not going to waste food because you're going to eat more.
Yeah, I was literally thinking the exact same thing.
So you give a skinny guy 10 plates, he's going to eat 1.
Yeah.
If you give a fat guy 10 plates, he's going to eat most of them.
The logic is so backwards.
Like, what do they expect to happen? And of all the things that China's actually pissed off about, it's the fact that they've got a few fat people in the country. Or food waste, sorry. So they complain about food waste, like, oh, let's calm down with food waste. And Beijing's literally covered in smog. They're eating bats. And they're going, oh, just take it easy on buffet.
Want ribs.
One hamburger. Yeah, take it easy on ribs. Just have a couple of ribs. But you know what? When you go outside and breathe in smog, don't worry about it.
That's life.
Just ignore it.
But at least we ain't got any food waste.
But at least we're not wasting food.
At least we're not wasting food, but we're really pissing off all fat fuckers that come in.
I don't know. There's just a lot of questions for me, I think. It seems like discrimination to me.
I think it's exactly what it sounds like.
I've faced discrimination like that. Definitely.
Go on.
No, because you do, don't you, as a fat kid? You do face a bit of discrimination.
I don't know. I need more than that.
So, when we were at school, I'd get like a school dinner or whatever, and I used to line up, and you'd go to the one, where they like dish it all out, and it's always like, it's like that mashed potato that goes into circles, and it's crap. And there's always like either a stew or a curry. You don't know until you try it as to whether it's a stew or a curry. It could be either.
Yeah.
But I used to go there, and they used to ask you, are you having 1 course or 2? So they'd ask all the kids, 1 course or 2, 1 course or 2. But whenever I went there, they just went, what's your second course going to be? They never asked me. They never said, are you having 1 meal? Or are you having a meal and a main meal and dessert? It were always, oh yeah, what are you having for dessert today? They just knew they could rinse me. So I mean, jam roly poly, yeah, get fat kids on it, like heroin.
There's no point asking him if he wants jam roly poly because we fucking know he does.
Yeah, give him free. Give him free jam roly polies.
Choice.
He'll jam roly poly himself out the door.
So, my first irrelevant news headline is: teen mocked for looking like Buzz Lightyear after chin surgery.
Teen what?
Teen has been mocked for looking like Buzz Lightyear after chin surgery.
Why would you... See, this is one thing I don't understand.
What?
Why would you have your chin done?
So, the lass took to TikTok, nods, to share the final results of her chin fat removal surgery, which left her looking like Buzz Lightyear.
Sorry, it's a woman?
Yeah.
That looks like Buzz Lightyear?
I've got a picture up of her in front of me.
I'm good. Right, there's going to be a click, so I'm going to have a look. I'm going to search woman Buzz Lightyear now. I'm going to actually put this on the screen. But that's ruined her TikTok career, hasn't it?
No, I think it's done the opposite.
Well, it's boosted. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah, well, get some chin fat removal surgery.
Take them a while.
Yeah.
Be a couple of Henry Hoovers worth.
Henry Hoovers.
But I don't understand it. Because people have like Botox, don't they, and stuff like that.
It's a strange one.
I don't understand it. Because like people always ask me as well, like, oh, are you sad that you've lost your hair? Because I'm receding. It's gone. Let's be honest. Yeah. And I don't understand flying to Turkey and getting loads of hair put into your head. Do you know what I mean? I just think it doesn't matter what you really look like.
Personal preference, innit? Do what you got to do.
Like I'm married now.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter if my hair falls out or I eat 20 packs of Jammy Dodgers during the day. It doesn't really make a difference. But to some people, it makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not for me, I don't think. I'm sexy enough as it is.
I'm expecting that. Right, what's your next one?
My next one is...
Oh, another click.
Oh, another click. Man with shoe fetish stole 126 flip-flops so he could have sex with them.
I don't get it.
A man has been arrested in Thailand for allegedly stealing his neighbour's shoes in order to have sex with them.
It's always Thailand, isn't it?
Always Thailand. He would wear them around his home as it turned him on. I can't think of anything that would turn me on less than wearing flip-flops.
Oh, well, there's someone else's as well.
Yeah, they're all his neighbours.
Oh.
After several hours of wearing the flip-flops, he cuddled and kissed them, stripping off and rubbing them on his body.
I don't know why, but I've got you in my head.
Just cuddling flip-flops. I want to know, where does he have... at what part do you have... How do you have sex with a flip-flop? That's the question I'm going to ask.
I don't know.
Because there's the toe bit, isn't there, where there's that little stand thing.
Put two flip-flops together, I guess, and a bit of friction.
So much friction. That can't be good.
Can't be good. Can't be a good feeling.
There's got to be items of clothing that are better to have sex with than flip-flops.
What do you think?
I'm trying to think now.
Gloves.
What would be... Gloves. Gloves. Yeah, gloves. Yeah, we'll go with gloves.
Straight into finger hole.
String vests. Do you know what I mean? Bit of tightness. It's fine. 2 flip-flops. No way.
Them.
And he's worn them all day as well, so they absolutely stink.
Them toe socks.
Yeah. Fingerless gloves. They're actually fingerless gloves. I'm starting to develop a fetish here, I think.
Right, stop.
Can't wait to go to Wakey Market next week.
I'll have to Primark me to go get some fingerless gloves.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And the bit that I don't understand is that he wears them and walks around.
Yeah.
Because surely you'd want like I don't know how sex fetishes work here. I'm just going to throw that out there. But I assume that a big part of it is the smell of someone else. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can smell a pillow and it's got the scent of whoever in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can kind of understand that because it sort of reminisces memories, or do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's a woman or whatever. But if it's your own sweaty feet...
It's not good, is it?
It's just not good. I just don't see the point. They got him, though.
They got him?
They got him.
Got charged with.
Listen to these charges. They've absolutely hammered him. He's got 3 charges of nighttime theft and snatching. Snatching's an actual thing, like an actual law. Possessing a digital transceiver without permission. I don't know what that is. What's that, having a radio?
I think so.
He's got a bath radio, and they've gone, oh, I'll give him 10 years.
He's got some Spider-Man walkie-talkies.
Yeah, they've gone, yeah, you can't have them. Sat at home, so he'll be sat at home, with walkie-talkie going, so what flip-flops are you wearing? Is anyone out there wearing some lovely Gucci flip-flops?
Are they those ones that go in between your toes or over your foot?
Oh, the sliders.
Yeah, give me the sliders. Oh, yeah. Or better yet, is saying, just turn walkie-talkie on while you flip-flop about so I can hear them.
Just hearing the slapping on bottom of feet. And they got him on the classic one. Do you know the one that everyone's probably going to get done by a minute? Violating the coronavirus curfew.
Boring.
So, just slap that on. I feel like that's getting slapped on everyone's probably.
Yeah.
You got another story?
Yes. This is a bit lesser, but I just thought it was so petty. So, it's man wraps neighbour's car in plastic after they stole his parking space.
Jesus Christ.
So, him and his missus had spent about $2,000 putting a dropped curb in, so they had somewhere to park the car. And they put a sign up saying, no parking, private driveway. Which, if you ask me, holds no substance anyway.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like putting cones down.
Yeah, it is. Like, do what you want.
It's like saying dibs.
Yeah, it doesn't count, does it?
What?
So she apparently came out. It was a young girl who had just moved in next door. She was.
Oh, right. She probably didn't even realise.
She was very apologetic and said, very funny.
So it didn't even trigger her. She said, very funny.
Yeah, very funny. And that's it.
So, one. I just thought curbs were dropped naturally over time.
I always thought they were dropped like in front of a house where there's a drive into the house.
I just thought it happened over time.
Oh, because people constantly driving over them to the drive. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't know you could pay to have them installed. Oh. And if he's installed that, surely that makes it more attractive for people to park there. Fair. Get a big curb.
Get a bigger curb.
Get a huge curb. 6-foot curb.
Yeah.
No one can park on your drive in front of your house, can they?
Fair. Don't mind that.
I do get it though. It's frustrating when people park in front of your
house. Definitely.
You know, you turn up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to park miles away from my house. It's really annoying. It is annoying. I can get it, but I don't think I'd pay. What? How much did he pay?
$2,000 for a dropped curb.
It could have had a chin put in like Buzz Lightyear. And also, I want to know, like, because with the wrap that he's done, did he put it underneath the car, or was it just around it?
Just around it.
Right, that's easy to get off then. Yeah, it's not even an inconvenience. If anything, he's helped her because there's no bird shit on his car when she wakes up.
Apparently, a car was cleaner after it got unwrapped.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, he's basically protected a car for her. There's no steaming or frosting in the windows. Mm-hmm. I'd say, cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Protecting me there.
And then I'd throw out wrap in his garden.
Yeah, just leave a ball of wrap.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your second story? Have we had your second story?
I think I've had my second. I've got another story, though. This is just more of a... It's not really much of a story, to be fair. It's NASA is to remove offensive names from planets and other heavenly bodies.
Uranus?
You'd think that would be one, but it's actually not one.
Go on, then.
It's to do with offensive nicknames.
Like what?
So, the Eskimo Nebula can't be called that anymore. And do you know what? Right, this is what annoys me. So, fair enough if that's offensive. I don't know if the word Eskimo is offensive, in all honesty, because it's not part of my vocabulary or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's not part of my world to know whether that's offensive. It could very well be properly offensive. Yeah. So, fair play. You want to sort it out, right? Do you know what they've named it instead? NGC 2392. Brilliant. So you had all that opportunity to name it something better. Do you know what I mean? You could have named it like Pussy Crusher 24. Maybe not that exact one, because that is still quite offensive.
Right, I think it's my favourite time of the podcast.
You said that for the last
No,
one.
no.
Everything's your favourite time. Everything.
The favourite time is Turbo Virgin time.
It's always Turbo Virgin time. It's not my favourite time.
Go on then. Turbo Virgin time.
Tragic. Right, I'll be honest. I rushed to get this done because I was rushing home, and I was sat just before we recorded, and reading them genuinely made my skin crawl. So this week's the bad. The bad.
Go on then.
So I'll ease us in with a normalish. Not a normal. It's not normal, is it? But so gonna take myself out for dinner tomorrow because I'm a sexy motherfucker. Fair play.
Fair play.
Fair play at the end.
Any likes or comments?
You know what it's gonna be.
No likes, no comments.
No likes, no comments.
Tell us again. I like it.
It is gonna take myself out for dinner tomorrow because I'm a sexy motherfucker. Fair play. If that doesn't scream virgin, I don't know what does.
I actually think that's my favourite one so far.
It gets
Go
worse.
on.
No. It gets. It's appalling. So this one's just a bit cringy. So, cooking enchiladas for the family. Won't be long before I have my own family to cook enchiladas for. Smiley face.
It's cute.
It is, but then the first comment is, you need a woman to have a family with first, sonny.
Oop.
My response, I've already got your mother, mate. The classic. That right? And then I'm going to have to... Oh my God, the last one. Prepare yourself. I sent my girlfriend some flowers today. The unmarked grave looks less suspicious now.
What?
I sent my girlfriend some flowers today. The unmarked grave looks less suspicious now.
I don't get it.
That is the post after saying I'm going to cook enchiladas for my family. I'm going to cook you a nice, lovely Mexican meal, and then I'm going to bury you.
I don't understand.
I don't even know what it's for. Like, is it meant to be a joke? Am I trying to be edgy?
I don't think that's edgy, mate. I think that's fucking weird. You're a fucking weirdo.
It's just a weird.
You're not a good guy.
That's just a weird post. So yeah,
I'm a bit taken aback.
Yeah, it's a bit serial killer, isn't it? Really?
Just a bit, mate.
Just slightly sickening.
Awful.
But shall I tell you what? That one got 2 likes.
That's
the rest got pretty much
that makes
no.
it worse.
That one. 2 people
that
liked
just
it.
shows that people have fucked up.
Yep.
I think these 3 tonight have been the best ones so far.
Yeah, so we've got cooking enchiladas. Can't wait to cook enchiladas for my own family.
Cute.
And then saying that I was sleeping with someone's mother that I knew. I sent my girlfriend some flowers today. Because she's dead, apparently. Because I murdered her. And then taking myself out for dinner tomorrow because I'm a sexy motherfucker. Fair play.
I don't get the fair play.
All within the space of 2 days, that. 2 days.
You had a really good life. Why did you ever get married, Callum?
I don't know. I'll tell you what, I make banging enchiladas for Jess. So that's Turbo Virgin time. First off, I want to say thank you to Sean who suggested the topic.
Conspiracies.
It's nice getting a topic. Yeah, it's nice getting a topic suggested because I can literally just talk rubbish probably for days. So it's quite nice someone being able to be like, actually, I want to hear you talk about this instead of me just talking about being fat.
Gets us thinking about stuff that we wouldn't usually think about as well.
Yeah, defo. So if anyone else has any more,
fire away.
Get involved. I'm not scared.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so gin.
Gin.
What's it?
It's been a bit slower drinking, this one. I have enjoyed it. It's all right. It's quite nice. But I feel like it is one that you would drink slower. Lemonade has been a refreshing change to the tonic water.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's been lovely. The lemony zestness has been fantastic. Gin, all right.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Indian part of the tonic water's made it better. In all honesty,
Just that.
There's definitely something to Indian tonic water that makes it just a little bit special. Whether it's a little bit exotic or something, I don't know, but it just does change a gin, and it's got to change a gin when gin's just gin in it, really. So if it just changes it a little bit, it's
Brilliant.
Makes it drinkable, doesn't it?
Cool. Next podcast. Fire us some suggestions for topics and we will review them and use them.
Cool. Right. Thanks for listening, everyone. I'll speak to you soon in a bit.
Cheers, Sithy.